Hey, what's up, listeners? Just a reminder to check the description for any information mentioned in the episode. Also, contact the crew on Twitter at What's the Remedy, on IG at What's the Remedy Podcast, or email us at what'stheremedypodcast@gmail.com with any questions, comments, concerns, or topics. And don't forget to give us 5 stars and leave a review on iTunes, SoundCloud, or YouTube. Now let's get this show started.
And I'll take
with me
the memory,
my sunshine out the rain.
Hit that part.
Yeah. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Bills coming early and your girl is the latest, and she's saying that she's down, but the crib always vacant, and you do $1 work, but it's pennies that you making, and you trying to be the greatest. You gotta get creative when you from the side of town where the kids hardly make it, and you try to eat your pie, but the pigs always hating, and your freedom's on the line, and it's years that you facing, and you trying to be the greatest.
Alright, what's up? This is What's the Remedy? It's Dr. J.
They won.
Ashley Ray.
What's up, y'all? How y'all been?
What's up? We good. And I'm trying to go live.
Oh, she going live.
I don't like how that sounds, y'all.
Ashley going live.
Ashley on here going live.
Fuck. Okay, I don't like how that sounds. I'll tell y'all motherfuckers one more time. I said I was not gonna cuss. Oh, y'all ain't hear that. Okay.
Ashley on here going live.
Oh, okay. Cut it out.
All right.
Alright, anyway,
Put these
man.
hands up on you. I said I was gonna fight no more.
Title episode, Ashley go live.
Ashley going live.
Ooh.
Going live.
Anyway, y'all, they tripping. No, okay. Anyway.
Alright, so anyway, how was y'all weekend, man?
Did you go live?
Okay, look, nigga.
Did you go live this weekend?
Weekend was cool. Rockets won. That's all I needed.
What's up.
You know, that's what's up.
Which Rockets played on
Sunday.
Playoffs.
Yeah,
Sunday.
It's the play. All I did was watch the playoffs, y'all.
Hey, you seen that thing with James Harden where they were talking about him traveling?
Yeah,
He did travel.
No, he didn't. They had a ref come out and say that it wasn't traveling.
No, okay.
Like they had to actually ask a ref.
Y'all thought James Harden traveled Sunday? I thought he traveled.
No,
he traveled.
he didn't. But it was very
He was out
suspicious.
there going live.
Hey y'all. Say hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
Hey. Say hey. They talking about I'm going live. Don't take that to don't do it.
All right. Anyway,
Go live.
so you just did the Rockets game. You ain't do nothing else this weekend.
I ate at a barbecue spot in Heights. Is it Pinkertons or something like that?
Interesting.
I don't know. Man, I work in the Heights. I don't know shit about the places out there.
It's off of Airline and Patton Street.
Oh, I don't know where that is.
Yeah.
So no. I know the
I'll tell you
numbered
about it.
streets.
I mean, I'm gonna give it a I'm tricky about barbecue, so I'm
Was
straight.
it good or?
The meat was okay. The size was. It ain't nowhere I want to go back.
What hood is that?
Huh?
You was on airline or what?
It's in the Heights.
It's in the Heights. It's not hood.
Yeah, it's not. To me, it was kind of.
It's
I don't
white
care.
people barbecue.
This y'all say it's in the Heights. It's still kind of hood over there.
A little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
but the Heights is like gentrifying, so it's like mixing in.
Whatever.
So, what kind of barbecue? It was like white people barbecue.
The meat was good. The sides was like white people's
Okay.
sides. The macaroni was like,
They had like
gotcha.
warm potato salad and shit.
I don't like potato. Like Karen's potato salad.
They had no raisins up in
They
there.
had raisins in the
Not
potato
Karen
salad.
potato salad. Nah.
What about you, day one?
Pretty much the same thing. Just watched the playoffs and stuff and ran some errands and everything. Like I say, trying to get some stuff together for us. What we trying to do here.
Oh, that's real.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to that point too. You know what I'm saying?
What'd you do?
Shit, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do anything. I was chilling all weekend, and I went to eat a couple places. But then I think the biggest thing I did this weekend was probably watch Coachella on the little live stream.
Oh yeah, Coachella.
Coachella came on.
Say it right. Beychella.
He was watching
Beychella.
Beyonce.
Beychella.
Hey, you know what? Beyonce got a
'Cause
new
she
fan out of
slay.
me. She got a new fan
slay.
because I wasn't, and I will be honest with you. I used to always be against the Beehive. Well, not against them, but I would not. I think they were crazy. But now I see
Why they crazy?
why they stand so hard for her. Like she is talented. I mean, I knew she was talented somewhat before, but like not to that level to where I'm like, now I see her and I'm like, oh shit, you know, she act hella good. So, I mean, I watched that, but that was the only Coachella performance I actually saw. I ain't watched the rest of them. I might I watched a couple of other ones like Cardi B and all that shit, but I didn't watch them. So, but the Beychella part, pretty dope. I can't lie. I liked it.
It was alright.
It was pretty decent, man. Like they had, hey, you know, you can't hate on nothing as long as they got HBCUs in there. The Greek life in there, you know.
Yeah, I'm saying she put a whole show together, so you can't hate on that. You can't knock that.
Yeah,
You know
had Destiny's Child reunion up there and shit.
I thought about
That wasn't a real reunion, but okay.
Yeah, I mean,
What y'all think about Michelle?
why? Because they didn't bring out
Beautiful.
You like Michelle? The
Yeah.
way she was popping it?
When she popped it like Tina on Bob's Burgers. You know what I'm saying? Popped that shit.
Oh, yeah,
Michelle.
she was popping it like Tina.
Nah, Kelly came out and she was thick.
Yeah, I like how
Kelly always been the best one.
Yeah, but
but
then
you can't knock B.
Oh no, Kelly
Kelly
been bad.
always been the hope from day one.
No, no,
Kelly-
negative.
Beyonce got the shine, and Beyonce. I mean, she deserved it, but Kelly is bad, man.
It was always kind of like, for me, it was kind of like Kelly and LaToya. Then Beyonce.
LaToya is fine too.
Yeah.
She did a great job at that play.
Set it off.
I did talk about
Yeah,
that.
you talked about that last time.
She did a good job.
So you saying it wasn't a Destiny Child performance because LaToya wasn't there, though?
You had LaToya, you had what's the
Latavia.
other one?
That's
Was
a whole
Latavia.
Destiny.
Yeah.
That's a wait. They're never gonna get that.
Hey, they sung "Say My Name" and "Beat" on there.
In fact, yeah, they did say my name
They
in
did,
that
yeah.
in the performance
Yeah,
at
that's what I'm
Coachella,
saying.
and
That's what I'm
didn't even have
saying.
a real Destiny Child up there singing it.
Yeah,
Tough.
So you was like, and I slay all day.
I mean, I wasn't up like dancing or nothing,
You
but I mean, it was
wasn't?
he was in formation.
I was in formation by the end of it. By the end of it, I was like, damn, this shit is
Did
kind
it
of
bring
live.
y'all back to PV? Like, PV.
Not necessarily.
Oh, it bring y'all back to?
Only thing that brought me back,
Only problem back was the people that was in it.
yeah,
Shout out to Marching Storm alum. That was part of the band.
yeah, Marching Storm PV
Oh, yeah.
marching band. I like the part where she told them to make her laugh. That shit was funny.
That's
to me.
funny. Yeah.
But just because I think about those situations like that
Yeah.
in other times.
I liked it.
Yeah, but I
Did
like
you see
that.
Cardi?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't.
Am I the
plan
only
to.
one that was just like, get it, bitch?
You only want to watch the pregnant woman twerk.
Yeah.
Man, she remind me of back home. That's like, yeah, that's basically gonna be
Back home when y'all just go live.
back home when you.
Going
See, I'm gonna say something.
Hold your tongue.
I was saying, don't put no color purple root on me the way you listen.
I know that's what you was looking at.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were talking about. Oh, she should have never did that, but I don't think she did nothing wrong. She can't twerk and be pregnant.
She was unapologetically Cardi.
Yeah, she was.
I
She's
ain't
very
see
much
nothing
Cardi B.
wrong.
That's
Pussy
all I can
popping on the
say.
dance floor.
She was very much herself out there.
She had a good time. I loved her.
That's why-
I loved
I mean,
her little outfits.
I can't
She
knock
got
Cardi
on
B
too.
because she is 100% her all the time. No matter how much I don't really like that, I can't really knock it because it sells, and that's who she is. So if that's what she's doing, then hey, more power to
I like
her.
her because she herself.
I mean, I like the fact that she's herself. I just don't like herself. So I mean,
That's cool.
I mean, like, but I can't knock her for being herself.
That's cool. Get that shmoney.
Everybody,
That's cool.
everybody ain't for everybody.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
And she
enjoy
just not for
yourself.
me.
But keep your negative shit to yourself.
No, I
No,
got
keep
shit
it
to
to
say.
yourself. Don't
I
keep
got
it to
shit
yourself.
to say,
Okay.
and people need to hear what I got to say.
Nobody got no.
What the
That's-
fuck I got
what
to
I got to say.
No.
On everything
Nobody
I
trying to hear
love.
that. Nobody trying to hear that shit.
But anyway, yeah. So the Cardi B performance was. I mean, I didn't see it, but I heard it was good. So I mean, I can't knock her. You know, Cardi B gonna be Cardi B every day. But so if that's it for the weekend, we can move right into the main segment. So we're gonna get right into the check yourself segment.
Chickity check yourself before you wreck yourself. Chickity check yourself before you wreck yourself. Come on, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Today's check yourself segment is about love languages.
We talking about love, y'all.
What do y'all know? Have you heard of the love languages? Have you heard of them?
No. I just heard them when you maybe take the test.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what the hell you talking about before that. But
Yeah, that's why I made you
I
take
only
the test.
heard of love language. Well, I think y'all told me about it before. But I was like, I ain't worried about no damn love languages. I'm love, you know? Like,
Right, but I mean, like everybody different. Everybody is different. You know what I'm saying? So, like, everybody has a different, like, outside of the quiz, 'cause we're going to get to the quiz part in a second. Before you took the quiz, did you know how you wanted to be loved?
No. What you mean?
Like, did you know what you
no.
liked about people, what people did for you? Like,
I just thought it was like, I was like quality time. Like,
you just like people being around?
Yeah, like making time to, that means a lot to me.
What about you, Washer? What did you think was your, I guess, way to be loved before you got into the quiz and all that kind of stuff? Because I know you took the quiz before, so.
Yeah, I took the quiz before. I didn't like, I knew I didn't like gifts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I knew I was more of a like to do stuff in person kind of person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they said with touch and things of that nature. I don't need praise and stuff like that.
Right.
Like some people need praise and words of affirmation. I don't need that.
Yeah. So basically, what we ended up doing was we took a quiz. Oh, I didn't even talk about myself. Well, myself, before I took the quiz, I took the quiz a while back. It's probably like a few months ago. But before I took the quiz, I actually was thinking that I kind of thought I was just kind of, hey, it ain't tricking.
If you got it.
No, wait a minute.
Y'all say I like to go live.
Yeah.
Look, it's
Yeah,
that
you right.
Caramel Tuesday.
She just called you Trick Daddy.
Trick daddy.
Trick little kids.
It ain't tricking if you got it.
It actually
Tell the baby
is.
about you want some candy. Give the baby some candy.
He said I like to give gifts. I heard.
It actually is tricking if you have it. Because if you got it, you still gonna be tricking. Like,
mean,
if you don't got it, you ain't gonna trick. So.
That's nice. You like to give.
I mean, I do. And I don't consider it tricking.
My bad. I was just
Sidebar on that. Okay. About the whole tricking thing.
You like to trick too?
Well, no, I don't like the trick. But anyway, do you feel what some people say nowadays? Some people feel like you kind of paying for it anyway.
Paying for what?
Like, we live in a day and age with, right? Well, a lot of people, you do have tricks, whatever. People pay for party favors or whatever, pay for a good time.
Okay.
Because they feel like they just want to get to the end result. Because basically, if they go on a date with somebody.
So the end result is sex.
Well, like people always talking about like Netflix
Right.
and chill, right?
Okay.
And stuff like that. Because it was pretty much saying like if I'm taking you out to eat, whatever. Because that gets a whole other conversation. You have people like on Twitter, on social media talking about, oh, a date should be $200 on the first date and all that bullshit.
yeah, brother. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. People feeling like there's people selling shit for that amount or less. So
If that's what you're looking for, some people want like communication, talking, stuff like that. And then a little bit of sex afterwards be great too.
Yeah.
But it depends what you're looking for. Some niggas just like, man, I'm just trying to hit, but I'm gonna take her to this game. Like, I don't know. That ain't that'll be like if you ain't trick. I don't know.
well, no, I'm just saying like that's how the society has come where it's like
You think so?
like people are cutting out the middleman. It's like fuck, I'm going to pay for some.
Yeah, I'm saying like.
Be real, I'm paying for some pussy. And
That's
then,
what you think people are paying for pussy? Really?
I mean, in some cases, that's what it is. 'Cause I mean, like,
Ain't
what if,
nobody pay for no pussy?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, you gotta come off some money. Cause everybody say you, like, the way that society is, they feel like you have to come off some money in order to go on a date.
Well, stuff shit costs.
Yeah, but
Way more than back
but
then.
men are more expected to come off the money for
That's
themselves.
your fault.
No, it's society's fault.
No, it's your
yeah,
fault.
pretty much.
It's
But
your fault.
either way,
Why
like,
can't y'all
if
be like,
you
I
tricking,
can't afford it? Or I'm not paying for that.
I do say that.
Okay, be honest and say
But
that
I mean,
shit.
not everybody can say that. I mean, because like if you say that, then you may lose your chance. Because what if it? What
Then
if it
you don't
is
need to
more
be
than
with that
sex?
person. You don't need to be with that person. You can't afford. Now you definitely don't need to be with that person. You can't afford to go out.
Like
with
if you
her.
can't afford to go out
And
with
she
them?
said, "That's like, you gonna take me where? We sitting where?
I mean, that's true too. Because I
The
don't
fuck you
believe
want
in
to be with
going
her?
nowhere.
You gonna go broke being with her?
Yeah,
like,
I
good
like
luck.
I like people to be as frugal as I am. So
I'm the type of person. Hey, this game costs how much? We watch the shit at home. Get some hot wings. Hopefully the Rockets make it. Because them niggas gonna have a job. I need to save my money.
yeah. I mean, the only thing I spend a lot of money on, especially like trips and stuff, just because I like to travel.
That and I like that. Other than I'm gonna spend a whole bunch of money and pay $200 for a damn date.
Right. Like I ain't finna go to dinner. We don't finna go to a real nice restaurant unless I just
Why don't
feel
you
like
just cook?
no, cause I can't cook like that.
Okay, order something from Olive Garden and make that shit seem like it was you cook. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, no, I feel it. I mean, like that's why I'm glad I'm in the situation I'm in now because we could eat crawfish and stuff and we good.
How long that took?
It didn't take long. I mean, the first few dates, you take them out because, like
When
we
you
said
took-
before, like at the beginning, it's kind of expected that you do something.
Yeah.
So the first couple of days, we go out, but after a while, you're like, let's go to we gonna go to what is it, L.A. Crawfish real quick, and or Seven Spice and go pick up some crawfish and stuff and just chill, and it's cool, but it takes a while to get to that point sometimes. And so, like, at the beginning, you do feel like you kind of tricking.
But
Yeah, I feel like that.
But I'm saying, like, I think, like, in today's world, whatever, people are cutting a lot of shit out. They're not even dating anymore. That's why a lot of females say, like, they don't know what a real date is.
I tried to go on a real date.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But say,
That
a lot of
nigga
people
tried to
don't.
bring a kid.
That's extra.
That's being extra.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't because, like I say, I talk to some people, whatever, that's single now, whatever, and they be on the different dating sites and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They was like,
Y'all stay out them dating sites.
but they was like, they be on the dating sites, and they was like, now, let's say a year or two ago, whatever, they was like, people trying to look for love. Now they say you look on there now, the majority of the people on there
They selling pussy.
got dollar signs in they profiles and shit, talking about they selling pussy. Like everybody's straight to the point now.
I don't find me another job.
yeah.
I'm be selling the pussy too.
Oh shit!
I'm just playing.
She going live.
Shut up.
She going live. Ashley going live. But
I feel sorry for y'all. I actually do.
for spending money like that.
I feel bad because on the first day, y'all gotta pay. I do feel bad, and y'all gotta pay. And it depends where we at that y'all spending about $100-something. Depends where we're at.
Yeah.
So the next spot, I just feel like sometimes I feel like, let me go ahead and buy a drink for that nigga. Depends how it's going. Nigga, if you acting like it ain't breaking your pocket and you getting on my nerves, you gonna pay for all these drinks. But I've been there before. And I ain't come off no cash, but it was probably his attitude. I was like, make this nigga just pay for everything. Because he probably said something kind of made me mad. But I'm still here.
Okay. I mean, so basically, like they went off on a tangent, but it kind of ties back into what we were talking about, just as far as love languages. Because one of the things that love languages is about, like gifts and things like that, and that's how we got on this was because of tricking. But so y'all took the quiz, right?
Yeah.
So we'll start with Ash. Oh, you got yours up?
Can you start with him first?
She never have her shit
I
right.
never
got
have my
stuff
shit
ready.
right.
Never got shit right.
Never got shit ready.
I
All
told
right.
you to read my stuff.
So
So what you finna ask?
So what did you get as your results for your love language? Because if you take the love language quiz, let me just tell everybody, if you go to like 5lovelanguages.com with the number 5lovelanguages.com, you can go and do this quiz and you just hit yourself, say if you're in a relationship or single, all that kind of stuff, and it kind of just gives you a list of questions and you go through the questions. It takes a few minutes. But then at the end of it, it tells you, like, basically in a hierarchy kind of an order, what your top love language is, what your next to top one is, and so on, all the way down. There's like 5 different ones. But your top one is the one that gets the highest score after you take the quiz. So,
There's like 30 questions.
yeah, it's like 30 questions or whatever.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
And so, like, what we're going to do now is we're just going to kind of go over our results. Like, I took mine a while back. I know Wash took his a while back. So, we're just going to go through our results first, and then we'll go to Ashley's.
I don't think it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can read out yours, but go ahead. But mine was my highest score ended up being for the quality time.
Yeah.
And let me just give a little backdrop of that, what they give us synopsis of it. It says in quality time, nothing says I love you like full undivided attention. Being there for this type of person is critical, but really being there with the TV off, fork and knife down, and all chores and tasks on standby makes you feel truly special and loved. Distractions, postponed activities, or the failure to listen can be especially hurtful. Whether it's spending uninterrupted time talking with someone else or doing activities together, you deepen your connection with others through sharing time.
So that's quality time.
Yeah, I'm saying, like I say, I'm not big on receiving gifts or.
What was your second one?
My second one, I had a tie. I had a tie between acts of service and physical touch.
Yeah.
My second one.
Acts of service. Oh, that's not okay.
Yeah. So for me, I don't even have mine pulled up. I just remember mine from before.
Oh.
Because I remember my top ones because I was like, that made sense when I heard them. Because like my top one is physical touch. Because like, and
You like to be touched.
I mean, I live watch. You got the physical touch pulled up too.
Yeah.
So read physical touch real quick, because that was my topic.
Okay, physical touch is a person whose primary language is physical touch is, not surprisingly, very touchy. Hugs, pats on the back, and thoughtful touches on the arm. They can all be ways to show excitement, concern, care, and love. Physical presence and accessibility are crucial, while neglect or abuse can be unforgivable and destructive. Appropriate and timely touches can communicate warmth, safety, and love to you.
Oh.
Yeah. And so, like, my big thing is, like, I like being around my significant other. I like being...
And you like to be cuddled up.
Yeah, like, and you don't have to, and the thing about physical touch is you don't have to be, like, cuddled.
Just anything.
Like, just as long as, like, I'm being touched in
Well,
somebody.
like you have, they have
Like
some
her
people.
feet can be, I got like to put my feet
Yeah, like she can put her feet up
Yeah.
on me and it's
I
cool with me.
Like some
Okay.
people like that. They like, as long as I'm touching the other person, it could be a foot on somebody,
I
or
am.
arm, whatever.
This shit is wrong. Mine's completely wrong. I think this test wrong.
Well, I think my second place was a tie between, like, what was yours? It was quality time, right? I think it was like quality time
What's
and
this?
words of affirmation.
Okay.
Oh, that's my first one.
That's
and
your
I was
first
like,
one?
read that.
So you
Okay,
want-
so this is actually top one is words of
So
affirmation.
you want praise? That's what you want.
Hell yes, like you beautiful. You beautiful.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Words of affirmation. Actions don't always speak louder than words. If this is your love language, unsolicited compliments mean the world to you. Hearing the words "I love you" are important. Hearing the reasons behind that love sends your spirit skyward. Insults can leave you shattered and are not easily forgotten. You thrive on hearing kind and encouraging words that build you up.
Yeah, like I paid the rent. You don't have to pay it.
I'm about to say,
Damn.
'cause I love you don't work for you.
Yeah.
I love you, this word.
No, you didn't give the awkward laugh.
It's it. And you know what? Somebody told me that the other day, and I did that shit. But I felt warm inside.
Well, I'm saying you
But
feel
I was
warm,
like, that's my
but
friend.
it also
I
looks
love
like you're
them too.
uncomfortable.
I am.
Okay.
I don't know how to, because I'll be like, nigga, I love you too. I just want to hit you in your chest, though. So I like physical touch too then. Oh, nah, that was my
Friend
like
zone.
third.
That's
up,
so you put that
nigga.
nigga in the friend zone.
But
That's
he's
all
my
it is.
friend. He was just like, man, I love you. That's what he just taught me love. I was like, I love you too.
He was like, man, Ashley, I love you. She was like, right back at you,
Right
buddy.
back at
Shut up. But I did the,
Punch that nigga
I
on the
did the
arm.
awkward laugh.
Kiddo.
I can't help it. But I do want to hear it. Just lie to me.
I mean, but the words of affirmation is kind of big. Okay, so one of the reasons why I brought this up was because there was a thing on Twitter where, like, somebody was saying that somebody that used words of affirmation, like, to love somebody that love language of words of affirmation sounds exhausting. Like, it sounds
Damn, I
like
hear
it'd
that
be
a lot.
hard. You hear what a lot?
I'm exhausted.
That you're exhausting?
Fuck them.
Well,
Why you looking like that?
I'm just saying.
but I'm saying, so
But I do hear that.
I'm asking y'all, so do you think that, you know, catering to somebody's love language, is it exhausting? Should it be exhausting? Like, how do you feel about
Yours
that?
was like physical touch.
Yeah.
Was the first one?
Like, could you deal with somebody that's love language is physical touch? Like, they just want to be touched all the time?
No. You
Why?
want to be, I need somebody to be like, hey, get the fuck away from me. Then I'll be like, oh, I want to touch him.
So you want them to not want to be touched and then
Right.
you touch them.
We're going to play hard to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come
Yeah.
here, boy.
Yeah. Leave me
Yeah.
alone. I come back.
So
Yeah.
so how would you feel if it was a
If he-
dude that was like always all over you? Because he
I don't
he
like
physical
that
touch.
shit.
So would you
I'm
call
good.
it?
It's too much sometimes.
It's too much.
Yeah.
So you would want somebody that, and that's kind of why I was asking
gotta
because
be even because-
yeah.
I've been around somebody that wants to be, I don't like being touched that much. So I got to get used to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
So you would, I guess my question is, how do you deal with that if you're in a relationship with somebody that enjoys physical touch and you don't like to
the
do all
person
that?
Not
I
gonna
usually would, yeah, I mean, that's probably what I'm saying. The person that I was with, they didn't want to be touched that much, so it was good.
That works.
Yeah.
So let's say you got somebody and y'all click or whatever, and let's say it's like
What's touching? First of all, how much touch we talking about?
like we said, it could be like something small,
Holding
like
hands.
just holding hands. It could be like
What we
just to
holding
put the-
hands to?
like let's say you on the couch and y'all watch TV, and
He
like
all up on me or he on the other end? I
nah,
can
like
put
he
my
on the
feet.
other end
Yeah,
and you put your
that's
feet on him
not
and
bad.
he cool with that.
Yeah,
like
just don't touch me with your feet.
You just don't want him to be underneath you.
Right. Don't lay your head underneath me. It's too hot while we watching TV.
never lay head on me.
Maybe right now, no. It's hot
Oh, okay.
outside.
It's really not that hot outside. It's kind of cool actually. So,
I'm hot.
but okay, so like, watch, what was yours? Quality time.
Yeah.
Let's say you got somebody, and their love language is quality time, but you are like a loner type person. Like I like to be like if you're a
That's
type
you.
person that likes to
For
be
real.
by themselves,
That is you.
Well,
you like to be by yourself. You don't like to be bothered with people.
That's sometimes.
How do you handle being in love with somebody that love language is quality time and you're like, well, I kind of like being by myself though. Like, I mean, I love you, but I don't want to be around you. Like, so
what the fuck? But I think to work something out like that, it's just kind of like you have to understand each other. It's kind of like it's almost like a dance between two people.
yeah,
It's like you got to understand, like, if a person is a loner and they like quality time, that just means that, yeah, they have their times, whatever. Like, hey, I like being around each other. We like doing stuff together, like being here. Because you can have quality time, like, you don't have to be in another place, whatever. Like, I'm at my house, you at your house type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we can have quality time in, like, we together, like, in one house. But then we separate a little bit where, hey, I might be watching the game, you want to watch something else, whatever, and we go into another room.
Yeah, that's quality time to me.
Well, so I'm talking about, like, you're still
Like, we're still in the vicinity.
I'm talking about you're still in
But,
the area that I can
do
get to
that.
you. I can get to you.
Like, I
whenever
come
I'm
mess
trying
with
to.
you during, like, I like that way better.
see, and I think that's kind of, I don't know if it's common, but I feel that way too. Like, cause I'm one of my love languages is quality time. Like, it was one of my tied for second ones, I think.
That was for your second?
Yeah, I think it was like
Was that my third? Oh, what the hell?
I think it was second for
Oh,
me.
that was my second. Y'all.
Because I think people run into that issue where, like, they do feel like they have to be underneath each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that can become an issue. But like I say, with people, like, we can be together, we can watch something on TV, watch a movie. Let's say we watch a movie on the couch. And then movie's off. Okay, game is on. Basketball game is on. You might not like basketball like that.
Yeah.
So you go watch something else in the other room.
And you might not want to
Yeah,
watch
but that's what I'm saying. But
Atlanta Housewives.
yeah, that's true. But I'm saying you go into the other room, we were watching something differently. Once one of those shows go off, whatever,
We back together.
usually somebody's like, "Oh, let me go back and see what she's doing or what he's doing," stuff like that, and you bring back together. But y'all never really apart.
And I think that's kind of how I am because I like having my gal with me. But like, okay, so like this weekend, she has some work and stuff to do. So like, I got a little office in my house, so she goes to the office area or whatever, and I'm downstairs playing Xbox and shit or whatever. And so like, that felt good to me because I was like, you know,
She's
because
still
whenever she wanted to come down, she
Aw.
could come down. Like, cause she did after a while. Like, you know, she was up there for an hour or two. And then like she comes down, hey, what you doing? She sit on the couch with me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's cool with me.
Because it gives you a time to miss each other. Plus, it gives you time
And
to
you can keep an eye on
reset.
her ass.
It gives you time to reset.
Oh.
It gives you time to reset. Like your need for one to be by yourself for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It gives you that little bit of space that you need.
And y'all like that shit.
Yeah, we like our space.
Y'all like y'all space. Y'all also like the women there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like having a woman there while I'm still doing my own
Y'all
thing.
trying to act like y'all don't. Y'all like us there. Please.
Yeah, but yeah, we like
Y'all
you
like
there.
to watch. Y'all like. And that's why you was ready to watch. If she wasn't there to watch Beyonce, you was gonna watch it anyway. You wasn't gonna tell us though.
I wasn't gonna watch Beyonce. It was at 1
Please.
o'clock in the morning.
You was gonna watch Beyonce.
I was not watching 1 o'clock in the morning Beyonce if she wasn't at the house.
Watching the Queen.
I'm not watching Beyonce. I might have watched it the next day like everybody else did, but
watched
I wasn't gonna be
it.
up at 1 o'clock in the morning watching it.
I woke up and I was like, oh, these little heathens.
And I had to set it up in order to watch it because I had to connect my laptop to the TV with a HDMI cable.
Yep.
Nah, I wouldn't have done all that if she wasn't there.
You say that.
No, I mean that.
My bottom one, my fifth one, receiving gifts. I need some tricking.
Because it's not
Like,
that
this
big
again.
on,
It's not
like,
a big
you
deal.
don't really care that much about it.
I
You
care.
like it.
If you really like in love with somebody, whatever, you don't care about that.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
It would have been higher.
What?
It would have been higher on the list if it was.
This shit lying.
Because all
What's
you
extra
did,
service mean? This is
like if they do stuff for you.
Helping you out.
do some shit.
Like
Pay
change
a
your
bill.
tire. No, that's tricking. I'm talking about like
run errands for you.
run errands for you, pick up something that you needed. Like, you know, get you something like, I didn't even know I needed some more deodorant, but he dropped something by the house, dropped you off some.
Oh, he don't drive me no deodorant. No.
I mean, I wouldn't
By
talk
that
about
old
deodorant.
Tussy.
Ugh. What old bitch you messing with?
we know you got that strong funk. You know what I'm saying? You need to cover it with some Tussy. Yeah, but if you black, you Ray, you know about some Tussy.
This ain't Tussie.
I'm trying to think
And some
extra
Mitchum.
service.
You got some
You know, about,
Mitchum.
you know about everything had like a T back in the day. Tussy,
Ain't nobody
Tussin.
doing no extra service around this joint. Okay.
That was your bottom one anyway, though.
No, my receiving gifts was bottom.
Well,
but
accessories
I
was
need my
second to bottom.
gifts. Yes, yeah. I need my gifts.
See, but the thing is, because the way the quiz works is as you answer the questions have to do with each one of those. And so, like, if you answering questions and you don't ever pick nothing that has to do with gifts as one of your answer choices,
I don't feel like I can buy my own shit. I'm good.
Exactly. So you receiving gifts ain't your love.
Well, yeah, because you're full of shit. Because you just said it the other day. If you had a choice between somebody buying you a Gucci purse or Michael Kors purse, whatever's hot purse right now, or going, hey, let's go to the Rockets game.
I'm going to the game.
You rather go to that's different. You know what I'm saying? And so that goes,
you're spending quality time.
You spending quality time. You rather spend quality time.
With the game. Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah.
But would you go to the game by yourself?
Yeah, I will.
Oh well.
You don't know me.
Maybe you just love the game more than you love him.
I just like
you spending quality time with the Rockets.
Whatever. I'm just trying to
going live.
Hey, hard.
Going
He's
live.
single. Somehow on that team.
That beard probably stink.
Shut up. Damn.
But yeah, so
you better go live tomorrow.
But that is one that we hadn't touched on. That acts of service, like acts of service was.
Sound like some shit.
I mean, it's just like doing stuff for you. You know, paint your nails or something. Like, I mean,
my
just
God,
something
can you
basic.
find somebody to do that?
I mean,
to pay what?
Paint my nails.
What nigga you want?
I don't know. Do
nigga do your hair?
When nigga let him do your nails, you can be like, oh, he gay, I don't want to fuck with him. Really?
If he can do your nails?
Okay, acts of services. Are you cooking for me?
Cooking? Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
That's a good acts of service one. So cooking
Hey,
is
I saw you was stressed today or whatever, so I cook.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Who does that?
I mean, there's people out there.
Hey, I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm out here single. But the summer's mine. Like, for real. Just letting them know. Carry on.
And you know what? The winter will be yours, too.
Shut the fuck up.
It's really cold out there.
And next spring.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so get your coat ready.
Pack you some extra blankets, body pillow.
Body pillow. Eat hearty because you'll need to store a lot for the winter.
Shut up.
Hibernation gonna be real lonely.
I don't like these love languages. I think they suck. But whatever.
I mean, you the one that answered the question.
I know.
It's your fault.
If your answer suck, then they suck.
Yeah. Tell you something about yourself.
Maybe you don't know that much about yourself as you think you do.
Words. Niggas lie every day, B.
Sure they do.
So would you be able? What is the love language that you think that you wouldn't be able to deal with? Like what out of the five that we have?
I mean, what
Touching. God damn. So
how much we gotta touch?
So touching must be really one for you because you.
It's like I can play with somebody touching, but I can't have them touch it on me like that.
You can touch them, but they can't touch you.
Yeah.
I couldn't deal with somebody that's always looking for a gift.
Oh.
I think that'd probably be mine too. Like I don't. Well, no, I
that
take that back.
y'all was tricking.
So you say you like to give
I like
gifts.
giving gifts.
Yeah.
I like surprising with gifts. I mean, because like a person that likes receiving gifts, that's like the type of person you can buy some flowers for and they go a long way. You know what I'm saying?
True. Very true.
Niggas be looking for gifts?
Yeah, there's
people out there that do.
Yeah, a lot of dudes that do.
I mean, I don't.
Let me not. I got stories for that shit. My bad.
Yeah, I'm saying I know niggas do, but I don't personally.
I just be like, who cares?
No, my thing that I think that I couldn't deal with, I don't know, because I'm good with words of affirmation for the most part. If you
give
feel
encouraging words like, "Hey, girl, you looking good."
I can, but
how
I
do
guess
you
maybe
say-
that is my weakness because like I think
I like compliments. What is wrong with that?
I mean, I like giving compliments,
but I'm always with men who don't give compliments.
I think it's mandatory that you're with somebody or whatever, that you go out with somebody that
this
you tell
nigga
them
told
like,
me
hey,
you should
nice.
know you pretty. I ain't about to tell you like the mother nigga told you.
It's kind of
a bitch.
It's kind of depending on who you with because I've run into people where like
But I
you
don't
can
give
give them compliments and like it's met with like a negative response.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
would say thank you.
Like, I mean, not like that, but they be like, you be like, damn, you fine. And be like, man, I ain't even that cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so after a while,
low self-esteem, bitch.
Well, like I'm
Get
saying,
it together.
but you got people like,
But
you got people that do both ends of the spectrum. You got people like, oh, I ain't even that cute, whatever, blah, blah. They down themselves. But then you got other people that be like, you're like, oh, you looking good. So you trying to say I never look good?
Yeah, I look good.
I look good.
Okay, that's
I know I'm bad. What the fuck?
Oh, I don't do that. I'll be like, thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
Looking pretty sharp yourself over there.
I hope you don't respond to anybody like that.
I do. That's probably I'm single.
Awkward.
That's
Awkward.
I am awkward.
Yeah.
I can't do shit like that. That's not. That don't get you going. Okay, never mind.
I don't
I'm
get
gonna
you
try.
going.
That'll get you going.
No,
I'm gonna try something else out there in the
no,
streets. Okay.
that don't get me going.
Ooh, get me bothered, hot and bothered.
Does that get you going?
She said, "You look."
Nigga told me I was looking hood.
He's
I
like,
was like, oh, okay, thank you.
That didn't get you going.
Call my
Fuck, I ain't know what to
call my
say.
partner talking about, damn, she said, I look really snazzy tonight. Shit, I think
You looking pretty sharp.
You looking pretty sharp, buddy.
That's what my grandma used to say.
Casket short. They're over there, casket short.
Nigga told me I looked hood. I said, thank you. And
Is that a compliment?
I don't know.
Oh.
I ain't take it like that, but
Maybe he
I
was
said thank you.
applauding your hood.
I took it positive. Let's go.
So you
He
look
said I
hood.
had J's on. I look hood. I was like, all right.
Oh well,
That's what's
yeah.
up.
You're supposed to have the 5-inch heel on.
I can't do it.
Walking around.
So looking at your love language, since you know what your love language is now, what do you think would be a good example of something that somebody could do that matched your love language for what it is?
Quality time would be their first one, right? Like you want me to name?
What's
like,
what's your top one? Your top one is
What was my top one? Words of
affirmation. So
Okay.
so like, what do you think that people need to? How do you think that it comes to you? Like, how do you like your words of affirmation? Does somebody need to speak to you every day, like compliment you?
Not every day. Not a
And
compliment.
You're beautiful
like,
every morning.
No.
Good morning, beautiful.
Hit
don't
you with that. Hit you with that.
Good
Ted.
morning.
I can't. I
Good morning,
don't
beautiful. How
like
you
that shit.
doing?
Okay, let me break it down. What
Get
I want.
niggas in trouble
Shut
every
up.
time.
Good morning, beautiful.
It's cool, but everybody uses that. I like just say like, man, this food tastes real good. You did a good job on this dinner. Little shit.
Oh, okay.
Like, man, I like them shoes you wearing today. Or say something.
Huh? You waxed that lip this weekend? That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, that right there, I be like, nigga, yes. Got my lip waxed this week. You see, I did though.
Oh,
Okay,
I didn't know, but okay.
fuck what you heard.
That's what I'm talking about. No shadow.
She light skinned.
Yeah, whole shit.
She light skinned. She can't let that go.
Okay, I was like, because it would show.
Fuck y'all.
Full goatee.
Light skinned women be growing that facial hair.
Say, man,
Miss Pearly.
Uh-huh.
I know somebody like
I know. Like how you got that lined up there.
fuck y'all. Just say something nice, like you ain't gotta compliment just physical features. Just say, man, or say something like, "Thank you for folding my clothes. You put you got them whites white."
Yeah.
You
I
know
mean,
what
I see
I'm
what you're saying. Like you
Say
like
something
the
like
praise.
that.
You like praise for the things that you're doing
Damn.
for people and all that. Yeah.
I take
I
a
feel
thank you. You ain't even gotta say it. Just thank you for doing it. That's cool.
As long as you get acknowledged, you want to be acknowledged.
Hell,
This is something
yes.
yeah, acknowledging somebody.
This shit don't come. I don't do a lot of shit. So when I do it, you're blessed.
So like the acknowledgement kind of gets you going, gets you in the mood,
Gets me going. For the mood. What you mean?
Get you percolating.
get you perking,
What you mean?
Get you ready to go live.
get you going.
I'm good.
going live.
Yeah, yeah.
Get
I'm
you
good.
going.
In these streets.
No. Y'all gonna stop that shit.
Like,
We're not naming this
it's
episode.
gonna be-
No, go live.
Ashley going live.
Going live.
Anyway.
everybody gonna be tuning in. Ooh, Ashley going live.
Hell no.
No,
What was yours?
mine was physical touch, and I mean, I kind of explained it already. I like
You like to be
just-
cuddled.
I don't like to be cuddled
You like a
all the
little
time, but I
touch
like.
your face a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, I like to touch my face and all that kind
Pinch
of stuff.
your nipples.
No,
Oh,
that's I ain't,
They get you percolating. Right now.
that'll get you going,
Get
right
you
there.
going right now.
That'll
I
get-
like to pinch their nipples and rip them. And,
Motor revved up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we ready to go.
You know,
We gotta-
but you just put me in drive. Let's go.
oh, we ready now, but
you say you like that touch.
no, like there's an extent. Now I'm not into BDSM. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not
That's wrong. What's that?
Bondage.
bondage,
I'm good.
dominatrix,
I'm straight.
sadist and masochist.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, that's that pinching nipples and
Yeah,
pulling on
get
them.
the, get the clamps and everything.
Not
and the
on
whips
me.
and chain and stuff.
I like to pinch his nipples.
Oh,
I just
So
like
you're-
to play
you're a
around,
sadist.
not sexual.
real freaky naughty.
I like to
Okay.
play.
Have to get it revved up a little
You
bit.
better never touch mine like that.
So you touching a man's nipples and playing with him and shit, but he can't touch yours?
Not like that.
So I don't understand.
I'm just playing. Like, just twist them nipples and run. Have him okay.
So what if twisting his
I
nipples
play
gets him
too much.
going?
So you're a kitty?
Oh,
like,
this is
you like
supposed
the-
to. This is supposed to get you going. We're just having fun in the house. Which one?
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
well,
Hey,
shit.
Oh, man.
and how to get you in the bedroom? You
I
know,
know
so
that.
so,
Oh,
so,
you
so you
talking
pinch his
about-
nipples and run to the bedroom. Like, how you got me?
Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, shit, you like it? I love it. Do
That
you
nigga
like
gonna
it?
beat me up.
whatever gets the party started.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
Get the
saying?
party started.
But nah, like I just
Get
like
the hot way.
Hey, yeah, DJ, kick that shit.
I just like the little things. Like I said, like if I'm sitting up and we watch the TV and she put her feet on me or something, that's cool. Cause I mean, people like to put their feet up anyway, so like I'll do that. Or like you
She
know what I'm
rub your
saying.
belly.
No, I don't like being.
I don't like that.
I'm ticklish.
I
like
like
I'm,
this.
and that's the other thing. Like I
You're
like
ticklish.
physical touch, but
That's,
I'm hella
ticklish.
ticklish.
That's why I don't like. I think I don't like it.
I'm hella ticklish.
I don't like nobody really touching me. I ain't gonna lie.
But I think
like
it's-
I can notice when somebody touch me. I'm like, oh hell no.
But it's like a balance for me because like I'm really ticklish, but I think that makes me enjoy being touched at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like physical touch is cool, but you can't do too much because I'll start laughing and shit.
You're weird.
Hey,
Get them nipples played with.
I ain't get my nipples played
Turn
with.
up.
Like getting my nipples played with.
You know, first off, that was a question on Twitter today.
What?
They was talking about there was a question talking about, talking about nigga just want to just chill sometime, get his nipples played with this and that, and everybody was like, oh, that shit's gay, and it was like half of Twitter was like,
I don't
that
think
shit's
it's
gay.
gay.
The other half of Twitter was like, what's the problem?
I don't think it's gay. Some dudes don't like you touching their nipples.
True.
I think.
I mean,
gay.
like it
I
feels
think they gay.
it feels kind of funny. Like it's a little weird
How
feeling.
you think we feel?
I thought y'all liked it. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm like.
It's sensitive as fuck. I don't know what to tell you.
That's home. What you talking
That's
about?
what I'm saying. Like, I
It's
thought
not
that's
home.
Yeah, something.
that's back to
Some
home
women
base.
like that. I mean, it's cool. It's sensitive.
It's sensitive for us too. That's what I'm saying.
I like it. I like to mess with y'all nipples. Nip,
So you have a nipple fetish.
Yeah,
that's
probably do.
That's weird.
Nothing's wrong with a nip.
Real kinky.
Kinky ass.
Kinky ass.
I like real nipples, not the ones that smushed in. I can't find the motherfuckers.
So you like them elevated button nipples
Yeah.
or whatever? Like, push it in? Or you like them Stevie Wonders?
Like, y'all
You
ain't got
that?
no nipples.
You like them
Little
Bumpy Braille?
Braille?
Bumpy Braille? National
Just a
Geographic?
little bit. Not the hanging. Oh, shut the fuck up. Long nip. Don't care. I'm just playing.
Look like pencil erasers and shit.
Not them nips.
No, but
Play with
Ladies,
nipples.
if you like nipples, do you. I like nipples.
you like playing with niggas' nipples. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's-
I ain't never heard that before.
That's some
kinda-
new shit.
That is new.
I do.
For a woman to say she like playing with niggas'
Yeah.
nipples. That's,
I've heard of it before. Like, so I know people that do, but
I mean, that's a different approach to the whole physical touch, love language thing.
But I'm a playful person. I play with your belly button.
I mean, that tickles too. Like that's very.
I
tickling.
like innies, not outies.
I don't. I don't-
yeah, I'm not a belly button person.
Yeah, I'm not big on.
Belly button. You never
Anyway.
sucked no Kool-Aid out of girl belly button before?
Hell no.
Man, what the fuck?
Has she
Y'all
cleaned
ain't
her belly
enjoying-
button?
You ain't
Yeah,
enjoying
you
life.
gotta be clean.
But you click. But you eat pussy. Oh,
Wow, I hope
It's
she
clean.
cleaned that.
It's clean.
You say it's clean.
I ain't eat it. Oh, man, it's clean.
How you know?
I usually try to do it after she take a shower.
Does it
That's
smell?
always
Oh, you
best.
always. Oh, okay.
That's always best.
Y'all don't always.
I'm not
do
gonna
it
say
when
it's
they-
always,
That's what I'm
but-
saying.
like somebody told me before. They was like, told me before, you know what I'm saying? She got that little twang to her. That just means she a hard worker.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Your
Yeah, I
daddy
mean,
told
sometimes
that?
you don't. Yeah, you don't get them out the shower. You
So
know?
she told me that, I'll be like, oh shit.
Oh,
Nah. Okay. So what was your number one, Wash? Because
he like
quality
What's my
time.
quality time?
And you said the way you take quality time is like as long as you're in the same vicinity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like us being together, and I like us taking a break.
Yeah.
And then
in the same.
In the same.
Yeah,
area.
like I said, you ain't got to go home. You ain't got
But
to
you
go
gotta
across
get out
town.
this damn room with that bullshit.
Well, you
Damn.
don't. Well, this is my thing. Like I know, like a lot of people talking about, like we watching a movie with her, right? Or we watching something, and you ask me questions left and right with her, right?
That'll get on your nerves.
So-
if I'm like, who that player?
It just
That's
depends
LeBron
on what it
James.
is.
So she's like, who that player? That's LeBron James. Oh, he scored a touchdown. You'll get mad at a motherfucker. Huh?
Well, especially if you got a really interesting, you really into something, whatever. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Oh, they scored a
But-
touchdown. Playing basketball.
But I'm saying, like, you go into another room, whatever, and we have that separation part. It does make me feel like, oh, where did she go? Or I want to go in there.
Let me
and
go
stuff
in
like that.
there and get a good quickie right
You
quick. and then
goddamn
go-
right. You know what I'm saying? Get my nipples played with.
Right.
And shit.
You want them nips played with. Ladies,
You know what I'm saying?
play with them nips.
You know what I'm saying? Get my
They'll
nipples
like
played
it.
with. I'm ready to go.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Nip, nip.
that nipple thing is just it's crazy. but But yeah, no, it's like everybody's love language is different. That's kind of the synopsis we came to with this is that, you know, depending on what your love language is and what your partner's love language is, we're not going to be the same. So you got to know what your limitation is to where like, okay, I can do this for you. But like, if you need, like, if you're like Ashley say her love language words of affirmation and she just needs you to give her some thank yous and praise every once in a while, that's cool. But if somebody's love language is words of affirmation, but they like, I need you to tell me I'm beautiful every morning because I need that kind of praise all the time. Then you have to let your partner know, hey, that's too much, bro.
Well, and that's my thing too.
You might need to find somebody else for that.
That's my thing too. You have to, if our love languages don't mix or whatever, never dumb yourself down for somebody else.
Right.
If you are big on words of affirmation, if you big on gifts, whatever, you should try
I'm
to.
big on gifts, so I should get with a millionaire.
Right. You need to find you somebody that can give it.
But I'm saying, like, you should talk to your partner about it, see if you can find a common ground. Right. But you should never try to dumb yourself down to cater to somebody else.
Yeah. If y'all can work it out where y'all can both cater to each other's love languages, then that's cool. But if it gets to a point where you're like, well, yeah, I actually need this, but he can't do it.
You're not being true to yourself.
So I'm just not going. I'm gonna try my best to just not take that from him anymore, and then I'll just try to work it out like that.
But
you're
know,
not
most
gonna be
women,
real.
yeah, most women will try to change for
right.
a man.
Yeah, because this leads me like to like a sidebar thing. And I had a conversation this morning, and we was talking about all the people that we know that's in our age group or whatever that we know that's getting a divorce, and it just kind of got brought up to the conversation. It was kind of like, well, damn, it's like, I look at some of those people as they got married at a time when it was, because some of these people I think been married for like 8 years or some around that line when they had kids and stuff. They get divorces now. And I just think it is part of the construct of this is what we were supposed to do. Right. People like, you're supposed to get married, supposed to have children, whatever. Yeah. But then the marriages don't last because did you really get married because, oh, I'm so in love with this person? Or was it just because this is what we were supposed to do around this time? Like, did you really take your time to really evaluate this person to be like, this is somebody I see myself with? Because if you look at certain constructs, whatever, compared to the past, compared to today, like we have parents, like some of our parents, whatever, married for 20, 30 plus years. You know what I'm saying? People now lucky to get 10. Our parents, whatever, had jobs where they was in their jobs for 30, 40 years and retired from. We're lucky to get 5 years in a certain profession.
And out here stripping when I'm 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing
what you got to do.
Well, hell, now stripping is a profession. I remember if you was 30 years old in the strip club, they was like, get your old ass up off the pole.
That's crazy.
Now it's a profession.
Like, you can really be a stripper forever
They got benefits?
Yeah, they can put it on taxes.
Yeah.
Say what?
Yeah, it's a tax write-off.
Coming to the stage.
Yeah, so
you might as well get out there. I'm telling you.
You go live.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
But what I'm saying, I was like,
getting them going.
But I'm saying with the love language and stuff like that, it's like the construct of how we focus on certain stuff, society-wise, has changed so much in the last 20, but shit, last 10 years, 5 years, whatever. Where it's kind of like there is a disconnect where people are doing some things where it's like you should have an understanding. Like how we talking about our love language, find somebody you're compatible with compared to. But I just think we don't spend a lot of time talking about and trying to figure those things out.
No, people just try to rush and get into it.
People just try to jump in some stuff and then be like, oh, this is what you really like. I never knew that.
Right.
And we already like 2 years in with kids.
You need that conversation. You need to have that conversation. You need to have, in fact, I would encourage everybody, whether you are in a relationship or single, to do the love language quiz so that you know.
I think it's bullshit, but it's cool.
I mean, it got you pretty much where you need to be. Like, they got all you are answering the questions, man. Like, so once if you answering the questions, then whatever you answer is the way
you're not lying to me. You're lying to yourself.
You're lying to yourself. The test is not lying to you. You're lying to yourself. But yeah, so like I encourage everybody to do love language quiz with your partner or by yourself so that you know, because you need to have that conversation before you move forward in anything so that you know, okay, I can do this for you. I can't do this for you. I don't want you to not get it, to receive that love that you want. You may need to find somebody that
don't be
does that for you. Right.
Find you a trick.
Moving on.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
All right, so we're going to move on to the next segment. We're going to go to the lying about segment.
What they lying?
What y'all lying about out here? All right, so real quick. We just got a couple of things we're gonna touch on. I was gonna get into Beyonce, but I'm gonna leave it out because I don't want to be hive on me no more. So. But anyway, we're gonna start with the Starbucks. Okay, so at Starbucks, there was a video that came out. 2 black men went into Starbucks. They were waiting to meet one other black man that was coming. And while they were in there, they were asked, buy something. And, they had to buy something or they had to leave. And they were like, no, we gonna wait till, our other partner gets here because they were waiting to have a meeting. I think they were real estate agents or something like that. Yeah. And so like they were waiting to meet with the third dude or whatever, and he still hadn't gotten there. They had been sitting there for a while, but everybody has been sitting there. I mean, like I go to Starbucks all the time. Like I used to go to the one over there in the Galleria because when I was in grad school and we would go there to study and stuff, and like you just walk in, sit at the table, open your computer.
24 hours, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I used to drive away. I don't do Starbucks no more.
But I mean, I sat up in there, like I used to go in there, sit down, open my computer up, and you just sit at the table. And nobody fuck with you. Like you don't care. Like you are, and that's every Starbucks. I've been to like little ones too, where I just go sit in the corner and get on my computer and stuff. Like they don't bother you. But apparently, like the store manager called the police and was like they won't leave, and the police came and arrested them. And from what I understand, I don't know for sure. This is just rumor, but they as they were walking out from getting arrested, the dude actually showed up that they're waiting on. Yeah. But they ended up, what did happen is they went to jail. Like they went to the jail, the holding cell.
Got processed and everything.
Yeah, they got processed and they had to wait till like 1 o'clock in the morning to get out. And so, I don't know. And then like, that wasn't even it for Starbucks because then another video comes out of this black dude where he had asked to go to the restroom. He had just walked in and said, hey, can I use the restroom? Because, they put codes on their doors. And so like, he's like, can I use the restroom real quick? And they're like, no, you got to buy something to use our restroom. And he's like, I never heard of that before. I just want to use the restroom. Can I get the code real quick? I just got to pee. And so like, they told him, nah, you need a code. Right after that, white dude walks in and says, hey, I need to use the restroom. They said, oh, okay, here's the code. And they told him the code. He walked in. So that's when the dude started filming. And so he filmed the dude coming out the restroom. And he's like, did you buy anything? He said, nah, I think I'm going to buy something in a second. And he's like, so they gave you the code without buying anything? And the dude was like, yeah. He's like, they didn't tell me anything.
That's
he's
the
like,
same Starbucks?
There's a different Starbucks.
Oh, wow.
And so he walked him over there to the counter and he was like, well, you gave this man the code. You didn't give it to me. And then the girl just got mad because he was filming her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, but you heard what Starbucks is doing now, though.
Yeah. And that's why I say I can't, that's what I was going to ask next. Y'all heard about what they're going to do
they're going to take a class or whatever?
They're closing all of their Starbucks on May 29th.
Yeah.
Like all Starbucks have to be closed on May 29th and everybody has to attend racial bias training.
That's not going to, I thank them for doing that, but it's not going to help when you already have hate in your heart. You ain't going to change it in one day.
I don't think one day is going to change anything, but I applaud it.
You knew knew who you hired.
No, you applaud it because at the end of the day they doing something,
right?
Yeah,
and stuff like. And CEO came out and he apologized to the 2 black guys, whatever, personally and stuff like that. So you're doing something, but now you're gonna have certain people that's gonna be like, oh my God, here's a black customer, man. Make sure I'm nice to them.
Damn right, I'm going to Starbucks now. But
and then, like I say, it's twofold because it's an equal problem because now you're going to have employees like, oh, I got to be nice to the black person. And then you're going to have some black people coming that's going to try to start some shit. Act a fool because I know you got to be nice to me now.
Yeah.
Because you know our people.
Yeah, because we push the limits.
Like the picture that just went viral, the dude with the damn bullhorn yelling at the Starbucks dude at the cash register. Y'all seen that?
No.
He had a megaphone.
Why was he yelling at him?
I mean, I don't know. It was just a picture, and it had gone viral or whatever. And he had a big like megaphone pointed at the dude's face. Like it was a white dude at the counter, and he just had his face. He was staring straight ahead, wouldn't even look at the dude, and he's just yelling at him with a bullhorn in his face. And I'm like,
I
why?
think they were protesting.
Yeah, they were protesting it. Yeah, in Philly.
That might have been Philly.
They were protesting that Starbucks, but like the dude was just working the counter. Like, and
that's sorry for him. But
that's the issue I have with it.
A lot of people are gonna hurt from it. But it's
like
because
I've been to Starbucks and I've been some great people in Starbucks too. Like I've had problems in Starbucks. I mean, I've had problems with 1 or 2, but I mean, like I've been to Starbucks a lot. And I haven't had a problem.
Chick-fil-A hired the best folks ever.
I think Chick-fil-A got some kind of like a training program.
My God, these people are happy as hell. They happy as raining outside on their ass when they taking my order. They raining when it's hot outside.
And I'm so happy for them that they actually started doing this at some of the Chick-fil-A's. now outside, cause make people stand outside now
Yeah.
and stuff. They've actually built like little enclosures and stuff for them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's fucked up. You just gonna be outside.
I seen a
and shit.
girl getting rain. I said, "Oh, let me cut off my windshield wipers on your ass."
Yeah, you splashing water on
it. Sorry, boo.
I'm pretty sure, like I said, I don't know how much they get paid. I'm pretty sure they can probably get paid like $10 an hour
They
starting
nice.
out.
How your day going?
But I feel like, okay, so like the policies that Chick-fil-A has to make their employees kind of stick to that, whole idea is kind of like what Starbucks is going to have to adopt after the racial bias training.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to have racial bias training, and then it's going to be like, okay, managers are going to have to start enforcing, how you treat all customers equally.
Watch who the hell y'all having managers.
Right. I'm saying because the manager was one to call the police. So
Yeah.
But it's also like you get better service from places that you take care of your employees.
yeah.
Of
And stuff like that.
course.
Because like the difference between like we here in Texas, whatever, and we have Sam's and we have Costco's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Costco, whatever. Sam's pays like a regular place like Walmart, whatever. They probably
I thought they pay more.
no Sam's pays like Walmart.
But that's who
But
owned it,
it
right?
is
Yeah,
Walmart.
it's
It is
owned by
Walmart.
Walmart.
So I'm saying like they probably went up a little bit now, but like because I used to work at Costco some years back. But like Sam's pays you like $8 an hour, $9
That's up.
starting out for like just being a cashier, whatever the case may be.
I think I got like 10 and up.
No, they pay like 8 or 9, probably like maybe like 10 now. But that's the thing. But at that same time, when I worked at Costco deems themselves to be a higher grade than Sam's, a higher Sam's, where they pay, if you're working a cashier, you be pushing baskets. You come in, start making probably now like $13 an hour
Damn.
and stuff like that. Like the cashiers top out after so many years, cashiers top out at like 23, 22 an hour.
For real?
Yeah, for Costco.
Oh, okay. Well,
What
yeah.
the-
I mean,
okay.
yeah, no, if you take care of employees like that, you better be happy.
Yeah.
I mean, Costco's is nice. They like their samples.
I just never liked that everything was always like the stuff you really try to buy, whatever. Everything's like a lot of kosher stuff and everything. Like,
I ain't never been in Costco except for Costco liquor.
Yeah, they got the liquor now and stuff like
Costco
that.
liquor store, pretty good.
Yeah, food court's amazing.
Food court,
For
yeah.
food court.
Sam's
my
Club
God.
food court kind of
No,
good.
no,
Costco on another level.
they kill like that's the first
I
time I know like
I like Sam's
when
too.
buying pizza and stuff that you
Yeah.
really understand what you like you putting on pizzas and what you put in your body.
Yeah.
Like Costco pizza is like the best pizza ever, fresh. But you can't take that pizza home. You can't like, oh, let me get a whole pizza and I'm gonna take it home.
Why? What happened?
Because by the time you get it home, that pizza will look all deformed and black.
Yes.
Because it's for all fresh ingredients.
Okay, that
So-
makes sense.
So
I
everything.
took
So you gotta eat it fresh.
Like, so you have to eat it
Oh,
fresh.
I thought
whatever.
something was wrong with that. I got a pizza from Blaze Pizza. Y'all heard of Blaze? You make your own pizza and they put it in. I got like all vegetables, no meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I took half of it home, I was like, I can't eat that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's all shriveled up and dried up.
Yeah.
Whatever. Because all the vegetables or whatever.
You
after
heard
they,
of Mod, right? Mod Pizza?
My pizza, yeah, I heard. It's the same thing as Blaze.
Yeah. I like
Oh,
Mod
okay.
better. It got more variety.
Yeah, I haven't tried mine yet, but I heard about it.
yeah, what's
That
was cool too? Like went to California Pizza Kitchen.
Is that the same thing too?
You don't make your own pizza. They have like different varieties of pizza you can buy.
Oh, never been there.
But so like basically, so Starbucks is going. They kind of.
Do y'all go to Starbucks though?
No, I don't drink.
I got a
like
gift
that.
card.
Mocha chocolate.
My the counseling office I work for, she
Mhm.
always
Like
give us gift cards to Starbucks. But my girlfriend go to Starbucks, so she take all my gift cards.
My
So,
homegirl protesting.
yeah,
She looks sad on Snapchat.
I wouldn't boycott if I really like Starbucks. I wouldn't boycott.
She
I
go
mean,
every morning before she go to
Yeah.
work. She's like,
If-
I'm so.
I mean, that's a pretty
she
good
look.
day. They
She
started
look
there.
bad.
it's an addiction.
Yeah.
Caffeine is an addiction.
She look bad on Snap now. You used to be smiling with your little
Because
coffee.
she detoxing. She don't know what to do.
Go crazy.
She going through withdrawals.
Yeah, watch how many people go to McDonald's now. McDonald's not gonna be crazy.
Yeah, get
Oh,
a
yeah.
coffee. But speaking of racist people, so like there's a singer called Sabrina Claudio. So Sabrina Claudio is I guess she's like Hispanic, some kind of Hispanic. I don't know.
She ain't
what.
black.
She not black, but some
She ain't no nigga.
some tweets of her surfaced this past week of her like being kind of racist towards black women, like but from like 2011. It is now 2018. So 2011, she has some racist tweets against black people. Mind you, Sabrina Claudio is about 21 right now.
She 21. Okay.
Like 21, maybe 22. 7 years ago, she was tweeting some kind of racist things.
Okay.
How old does that make you 7 years ago if you're 21 now?
14.
Don't tell Ashley to do the math.
I just did it. And he told us earlier, so I was in there, so I would
So
not
she
get
was
this
ready.
shit wrong. Ooh, y'all tried to get me.
Good job.
I subtract. I'm good with some stuff. I like multiplying though.
Okay.
But anyway, so I'm gonna let y'all hear a little bit of Sabrina Claudio because her music. I had been listening to Sabrina Claudio. I have a few of her songs on playlists and everything. But
You biased,
there's a big boycott kind of thing going on for her now too because everybody's like, I can't believe she was that racist or whatever, and they can't believe all the shit that she said about black women. But this song, it's the truth.
What's the remedy? Is not only rights to this song.
Ain't nobody worried about that shit.
Oh, I might play that this weekend.
Hey, it be jamming. But I mean, so like, basically, she has like a lot of R&B type music.
She sounds familiar. She sounds like this other artist. Some other people out there, I don't know. Get it, girl. Get it.
But yeah, so anyway, so Sabrina Claudio.
But she don't like niggas though. She don't like.
To me, you wrote that when you was 14. I said a lot of shit. I say a lot of shit now. I'm 34.
She ain't got hate. She still got hate in her heart.
She still got hate in her heart.
She need to be like.
I mean, I said
okay.
Emily should have got hit.
Niggas is a beautiful thing.
What the hell is
niggas
that?
is a beautiful
Niggas is a
thing.
beautiful thing.
You ever say?
Stand up if you a nigga.
But no, okay, so this is the thing though. Now, other than her 7-year-old tweets, they did catch her with like some recent things that she said about like
racist.
I was trying to help you.
And so like that's why I'm on the fence because I'm like
Nigga, why you brought this girl up on the show?
so that everybody is aware because I feel like her music gonna start growing.
Nah.
Because it jam. Like she jam. I can't
She
deny her
racist
that.
though. You don't even like black women. She
Yeah,
probably
she
don't like black women.
She probably doesn't. Really doesn't.
Fuck her.
Hey, if you say fuck her, then that's what we gotta go with.
I mean, it's
Because you're a black woman. So
I don't really like black women. Fuck them. Not just playing. I love
damn.
y'all.
I'm like, damn, Ashley next. Boycott Ashley Ray.
Don't do that. Nobody really cares. But
Everybody unfollow her on all her
what she
social
say
media.
lately? What did
No,
she
she
say?
said there was like she had gotten into somebody had put like some comments on her Instagram or something, and she called her like a chonga something. It was
what?
It was a Hispanic.
A
somebody.
chimichanga.
Oh, that's her people. You can say that.
But I don't think they were the same type of Hispanic though.
Who cares? You close enough, Latino. They all go on one, right?
That's racist.
That is racist.
That was racist.
That's racist. So yeah, so they.
Dog,
they
let's just
put
be
up
real. I'm not about to break that down. What you are?
Colombian.
It's either black,
Yeah, Colombian,
black,
Venezuelan,
white, or the
Dominican.
rest. That's actually how it go. They don't break that down when you do your driver's license. They're not gonna be like you Dominican, Puerto Rican, and all that other stuff.
Unless you from that country.
I'm not racist.
I mean, you kind of racist, but
because black people are racist.
yeah,
We're the most
people-
racist people.
I'm black though. I can get away with a lot of shit.
And that's
getting
what
talked
black
about
people
every
feel.
day.
That's a racist way of thinking.
Yeah, black people really feel that way, and that's so
I
terrible.
don't even think I ain't saying you wrong for it. I'm just saying you in that pot. Like you're not gonna put me nowhere other than a black girl. You in that pot. I'm in that pot. You in that.
You know what you're basically saying?
What?
They all look alike.
They all look
No, I didn't say that.
Basically, what you're saying. Like,
No,
it's
I
all
said
like,
she said the way she said chugga chugga, whatever she called that bitch.
call it chimichanga.
Chimichanga.
Yeah, she said something to her.
That's
but,
racist.
I mean,
Not I.
I mean that is racist,
But that's her people.
it's not her people though.
In a
'Cause
way.
I think she might be like Puerto Rican or some shit, and then that girl
That's not her
probably
people,
like.
but they close enough. They
Venezuelan or
speak
something.
Spanish.
So they, oh my god, that's racist.
Okay, I gotta stop.
Yes, that is very racist. Because there's a lot of Spanish speaking countries out there.
yeah.
They understand each other. I
El
wouldn't understand.
Salvadorian.
So y'all think she
Colombian.
racist for saying that?
I mean, I think that she probably still has a little racism in her. You know, I don't think you can let it out. I mean, I
You don't
understand she was only 14.
You don't think some of these other like artists are racist? They just ain't saying shit.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of them racist as hell. But, I mean,
But you still jamming her racist ass.
I'm not jamming because
Yeah,
I stopped.
got me.
Because she go hard.
She do
sound
jam.
right
Hey,
here.
but let me just say this since before we get off of this, because then we done with this after this. But to replace her, there's this other little Hispanic girl named Alina Perez. I think her last name is. Her shit jammed too, and it sounded a lot like that. So
She
if
probably stole it from her.
if Sabrina Claudio racist, then I'm just moving over to the other one.
All I'm saying, they can't fuck with Selena. Nix.
Selena, hey, shout out to Corpus. Y'all ain't gonna hold it down for
Gone on
Corpus.
the floor.
What?
Let me pull up some.
I never heard that song.
Let me pull up some Alina.
You don't know no
real quick.
Selena, nigga?
I want some bitty bitty bum bum and shit like that.
It's my nigga Alina Barras.
We also don't own the rights to the song either.
This nigga here.
You know, Hispanics hold it down.
I like that.
And she got that nigga Khalid on here too.
Oh, she got her on there?
Khalid is a dude, but yeah.
Okay, him. Who the hell is that?
The dude from what's that song?
She sound like a hip hop Corinne Bailey, right? Whatever.
Yeah, that's basically what it sounds like, some Corinne Bailey Ray kind of stuff. But yeah, so like if Sabrina Claudio are racist, I'm moving over to Alina Barras, and we're gonna stay. And plus, I seen a picture of her.
Oh, she look like what's that girl? Ariana Grande. What's her name?
Oh no, she better than
She just ain't got the ponytail going.
No, but I seen a picture of her. She thick too. She fine.
She is kind of thick. She trying to hide it though.
She ain't no Demi Lovato.
No, she not. Oh, Demi Lovato doing something crazy out there right now.
Anyway.
Yeah, we gonna move.
She going live out there.
Yeah, she going live.
Okay, y'all having flashbacks.
No, she's just going live. She out there kissing on Kalani. What's her name?
And then like she posted that what was that, like a Coachella picture where she was in that pool.
Yeah.
Like she done posted like a bunch of pictures like that. She posted pictures I think today or yesterday with some under titty action going on when she lifted her shirt up.
Got that undercarriage going?
Yeah, had a little under titty.
What's the undercarriage?
Little underboob.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Undercarriage.
Like covering up everything but the bottom of the boob.
Oh, y'all like that? Little peekaboo?
Yeah, let you know what's there. It's like, hey,
that's what's up.
She let you know she working.
I'm glad I gotta listen to this shit. All right. Anyway,
okay, we're moving on.
Who saw this shit? Let's go.
All right, we gonna move on to the Woosah segment because we just over an hour, so we good.
Listen to titties all day. I got titties.
You want to talk about playing with nipples?
You were talking about nipples.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, hell no.
Titties? What titties?
It's different. I don't want titties. I want nipples.
You want some pecs? Pecs with some nipples.
Pecs and nipples. But they got to be like eraser nipples, not the
not the smash
nipples.
one. Like
I
I'll show y'all a picture
elevator
later.
buttons.
I'm gonna show
I don't
y'all
want to see a picture of them. I don't see no nigga nipples.
Just some nigga nipples.
Some niggas nipples.
Man, that nigga nipples ugly as a motherfucker. Like, what the fuck?
Not them niggas nipples.
No. They got some big ass nipples. What the fuck?
Big pepperonis on them.
They like pepperonis.
Man, we moving on.
Anyway.
We're not talking about niggas nipples no more. The Woosah segment for today.
Woosah.
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 So our Woosah segment for today is going to be, okay, so there's this thing called rational emotive behavior therapy. So what rational emotive behavior therapy is something that you go to, like if you go into counseling or you go to your therapist or whatever, sometimes they'll do these types of things with you. And it's kind of getting you to control your emotions by thinking rationally. It's a kind of a type of cognitive therapy. So like if it's something that you're dealing with or like something that you're reacting to, they want you to kind of control how you react because sometimes it's not necessarily rational. All right. And I want to get into different types of what they call REBT, rational emotive behavior therapy. So REBT, there's different types. But for today, what I'm going to talk about is this thing called shame training because I looked it up the other day because I was researching some stuff. Okay. So this stuff is called shame training. You kind of do it in group therapy, like if you have a group therapy session or something like that. But it's something that people can practice in everyday life that can kind of help you out, just to kind of get past these irrational thoughts. So one of the irrational thoughts is that you get shame in things that you shouldn't. So like, let's say like if you're really scared of how people will react to your body, people that have feel like a lot of shame with that, like they'll post pictures online of themselves in like a 2-piece bathing suit because they have like real body problems. Okay. You know what I'm saying? What? So like you post it and then, or you have to do something shameful and then notice that the reaction isn't as bad as you thought it was going to be.
So you're looking for reaction from other people?
From other people.
Oh, okay. Because
really in your mind, your fear of whatever you're going to do is usually a lot greater than what's actually going to happen. So like you thinking, I'm finna post this picture and they're going to be like, ugh, take that shit down or some shit like that. Like you think people just finna go crazy on you because of what you posted, but then you actually act on it and post it and then you get all this praise on there and you're like, oh, well.
It's not that bad. bad.
Yeah, I was thinking wrong.
Okay.
My rational thought was bad.
Been there before.
So you have to challenge it. Another one that they say, okay, so this is a less, invasive one would be like, you get on the elevator and you turn the other way.
What you mean? Like you don't even look at that person?
Like, let's say you're in a crowded elevator, like you going to work, you going up in the building, you're in the elevator or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody's facing the door.
You turn the other way.
You turn and face the wall.
Who the hell does that?
Crazy person.
What?
Right. And
I gotta get the fuck off. Larry tripping today.
But
Larry
you can
tripping today.
you can do something like that and then realize that nobody's gonna do anything to you. Nothing's gonna happen.
Shit, I am. Hey, Larry, we face it this way, bro.
Okay,
what's wrong
I'll
with
give you
you?
another one. I'll give you another one. Get in the elevator, and as it gets crowded, and it's dead quiet in there, because like let's say you're going up to a top floor somewhere, and like everybody's kind of quiet in the elevator. I just want all you have to do is say, "I'm glad all of y'all are here for this meeting that I brought you here for," or something like that.
Are you fucking crazy?
I'm glad all of you have been gathered together for this meeting. All people are gonna do at most is probably laugh.
No, please. They're gonna call HR on me. And they're like, Ashley, Karen's gonna come to my desk. Ashley, can you come with us real quick? Grab your stuff. You're not coming back, boo. They're gonna grab me.
That is the irrational thought that you're trying to combat, because really that's not gonna happen to you.
It is gonna happen
because you said you were having a meeting on the elevator.
Yes, I'm glad y'all here for this meeting today.
I'm
gonna try this.
And most they'll call you in, and you can say it was a joke, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay." It's not
trying to get me fired.
It's never as bad as you think that it is. That's the whole point of the shame therapy.
Give me something else. Like, give me something else I can do.
Let me see. What are you afraid? What are you? Okay, like public speaking is. And that's what that one kind of combats is public speaking, because you think if I say something, everybody's
in the building in my office, say, "Good morning, y'all. I'm here." I do this shit anyway.
Okay, let's say this. Let's say, and this may not be for you because you outgoing, but like let's say it's a person that doesn't like talking to people. Your challenge would be to walk in and speak to at least 10 people that you've never seen before, and just speak to them. Hey, how you doing?
I can do that.
I mean, I'm saying this may not be for you. Or like, I know some people that don't like small talk. Your challenge would be is to hold a small talk conversation with somebody that you have never talked to before.
I think it's boring. I don't.
But it's nothing wrong with it, and it's productive because
it
can
shows
be
on my
networking.
face I'm bored though. That's why I be like, let me not even try that shit. Cause you gonna see me look like, oh, okay, yeah, Karen, you gonna tell me about your damn cats again? Like, I don't know how to look.
I mean, that's why I say somebody that you haven't normally talked to. Try somebody new, because the people that you normally talk to ain't.
But y'all mostly talking about small talk and like icebreakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, just to kind of make somebody feel comfortable around other people and stuff.
Yeah, it's shame challenge.
Yeah,
you're challenging yourself.
Jokes every now and then. That's usually how I try to break ice, though. I ain't gonna lie.
But I'm already,
that's actually one of my tricks. Like, I joke around because I'm already uncomfortable.
Or let's say that it's a shameful thing, because we're talking about doing things that are shameful. Like, let's say you have this big thing about being a hoe. Like, I think
shit. Let's get right to it.
Like, I'm just saying, like, male or female, like, you think that if your thought process is if somebody fucks on the first night, they a hoe. And then you think that everybody thinks that way of that idea. The challenge
then go ahead and fuck on the first night to see if I ain't on.
If you feel it on the first night, go ahead and do it.
You feel it in your spirit?
If you feel it in your spirit, go ahead and do it, and then see what happens. See that it's not as bad as you think it is. It doesn't make you like you don't wake up the next morning.
The first night is a hoe.
I didn't say you. I'm saying if that's what you think. I'm saying like if that's what you think.
You do like to go live.
Shut up.
But like the thing is, like if that's your rationality, if that's what your irrational thought is, what you want to do is do something and then wake up the next day and realize nobody gives a damn. Like it didn't matter. It doesn't make you automatically a hoe. You don't wake up in the morning and everybody's like, look at this hoe as she walk out the door. Everybody pointing and looking at you.
No.
If you had a nigga that got like 4 roommates, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, I mean, if you go with somebody by themselves,
they good old walk of shame.
Yeah, if you taking the walk of shame, then yeah, maybe.
on my purse.
You taking that walk of shame? You taking that walk of shame? That's different.
Let his neighbors know.
That's a little bit too much information. That's a lot of information.
One.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and close out of this one. Then,
name.
Real quick, if y'all have any questions about, I want everybody to look up rational emotive behavior therapy. Really, and there's a lot of different things that you can get into. as far as, practices that help you to develop rational thought and control of your emotions and things like that. And I'm going to try to start touching on more of those, like the rational emotive behavioral therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, all the different therapy techniques that we kind of use in counseling and therapy, because it's important to try some of these things out to break, like you said, icebreakers, break out of habits and break out of thoughts that you shouldn't have. But if anybody sees anything and they have any questions about anything, just shoot it to us. All the information is at the beginning of the episode, but shoot us any questions or comments about therapies and things like that, and we can kind of answer them on air or through the email. But yeah, just to close it out, anybody got any business shout outs?
No, not this week.
Okay. Well, the only thing I want to shout out before we close out is, I like to watch Netflix. So one of the things I saw on Netflix was this movie called Come Sunday. And it's a Sundance film, because I like them Sundance films. Sundance films be, kind of lit.
Yeah.
But this one has, it stars Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Who's that?
He's the dude that played
12 Years a Slave.
He's 12 Years a Slave. He was the brother on American Gangster. He was Denzel's brother.
He a fucked up brother.
Nah, he was the main brother.
All his brothers were fucked up.
Well, yeah, all of them were fucked up, but he was the main one that was with him most of the time. But he's the main character in the movie. He plays a preacher. It's basically the story of Carlton Pearson, who's the man that started Azusa, which is the big Christian conference, Baptist church conference in Oklahoma. And it was a big deal. The whole movie is about, his shift in thinking from, basically he got in a bunch of trouble because he said that there is no hell. He didn't believe in hell anymore or whatever. And so I'm just going to, from my business shout out, I want to just shout out that movie, and I want everybody listening, and I mean us, we're going to watch that movie.
I'm going to watch it.
Because I want to kind of have a discussion about that when we come back next week.
About is a hell?
I'm going to say, do you believe it's hell?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe there's a hell. I believe this is hell.
You believe? Really? I believe it's
I believe hell on earth. I believe this is hell that we're living through.
No.
A lot of stuff.
I think
my daddy told me before he died, it's a hell.
Oh, no, I feel that.
He was like, it's a hell.
Well, and
hope he not there though.
We gonna get into this.
Thank you, Jesus.
We're gonna get into this next week, but basically, like, that's his ideology was, because he was seeing, okay, and this isn't really spoiling the movie, because for one, it's a true story, so it's already happened, and two, this was at the beginning of the movie. But he was watching basically like the Somalian stuff on TV, and like all these people dying in Africa and all this stuff, and he's like, those people never actually been to church. Nobody talks to them about Christ. Like that, some of them are children, you know what I'm saying? So like, they've never even had the opportunity to be saved by Christ. So does that mean that God just sends all those people straight to hell just because they died in this Somalian desert or in like this African country that was where everybody was dying? Like he said he doesn't believe that, so he started like, pulling scriptures where it was like, Jesus died to save everybody. So he doesn't believe that he wants anybody to go to hell. And so, like I said, we're going to get into it next week because I want y'all to watch it. I want y'all to kind of get an idea of what his ideology was. And I'm going to see if I can get somebody on.
But this is my question for that, too, before we end up on that. Because like I said, we're going to go more into depth about it next week and stuff. But somebody had raised this question to me about the world and life itself. They was like, the movie The Matrix, right? They was like, they feel like this is the Matrix. That this is real, like this is the Matrix, whatever. We all living in this fantasy world that we think this and that is going on, whatever. But if the curtain was really pulled back, and we
that's the bullshit we about to go to,
huh?
But I don't like that living.
What you mean? No. Yeah, but I'm saying, yeah. Like you say, they
like when they pull out their blood. I'm good.
If you was actually to understand and see a lot of stuff that gets done behind the scenes, whatever, your whole perception of the world would change instantly. Because we live in like this world we live in is kind of a fantasy because we only believe we only show certain things. And that raises my question about saying like hell on earth, because like you're saying, if you're talking about the Somalian people, whatever, that hasn't been brought religion. Also, you think about the people like in shit right now, Syria, people bombing them and stuff like that. To them right now, regardless of what their faith is, this is kind of hell that they're living through.
Yeah. But like I said, we're gonna kind of get into, because this is getting into a whole existential conversation, and we're gonna get into that next week. But I just want everybody listening to check the movie out, and then like
called-
you can
what is
jump
it
in.
called
It's
again?
called Come Sunday. It just
Come
came out
Sunday.
this month on Netflix. It's called Come Sunday. It's got a whole bunch of black people in it. Danny Glover, some other people like that. It's a bunch of people in the
So
movie.
we should watch it because it's full of black people.
It's full
That's
of well-known
racist.
black people.
That's
like
racist, but
it's
y'all not gonna say
good
that.
actors.
Oh, okay.
What? No, like good black support
Good
your black,
black-
people.
That was racist.
Support black
Y'all
business.
talked about
We
my
gonna,
racist
in
take.
fact, we're gonna end with that.
No, but-
because we're gonna support black business and support black people.
And I
Because-
watched Searching for.
If you a nigga.
All right, man. We out.
And what's the
man.
remedy? We out.
Bye.
When mama said you better be home. When them street lights on. Hey, when the street lights on. Hey, when the street lights on. They ain't doing nothing but wrong. When them street lights on. Hey, when the street lights on. Cause when the street lights on.